And James, all of the fallout from Lights Up we will talk about next week. But we have a hell of a show for you tonight.
One hell of a show.
We will see if Kafka can get it done against this man.
Hashtag create a buzz.
His opponent now resides in Leeds. Weighing tonight at 200 pounds, Mr. Cool Man Dereiss.
It's been a frustrating start to his Defiant career for a man like Dereiss. He's had several matches here already, including, of course, part of that magnificent 7 match last month, but yet to taste victory. Again, though, as you say, that's the same story for his opponent as well, so this may be Dereiss's best chance yet.
Oh, absolutely. And listen, no less a star than Mark Haskins. He said that a man like Dereiss was maybe the future of British, no, scratch that, European, no, scratch that, world pro wrestling. So obviously, some of the greats in this industry see a lot in this young man, but crucially, can he pick up that first win?
Well, both men are in the ring. We are just about ready to roll. As referee Sean McLaughlin rings the bell, and we are underway. Kafka trying to hold on as Dereiss trying to get a hold of that left wrist, does so, and will send Kafka into the corner. And we are still here in Leeds as Kafka enjoys a little bit of meditation time there. Still here in Leeds after what's been a phenomenal week here for Defiant. Of course, Lights Out this past Wednesday. You can still catch the replay of that if you missed all the action Wednesday night on Access Defiant at access.wearedefiant.com. Don't forget, if you are a new customer, you can see it for free as part of a 30-day free trial.
And already we can see the contrasting styles in both these wrestlers. Oh, look at that, Mr. Cool. Man like Dereiss, as I say, Bradshaw, the contrasting style. Did you see the balance earlier on of Kafka? That was something else.
Hang on a second. Dereiss taking Kafka off his feet. There's a drop kick right into the chest of this very spiritual competitor, Joseph Kafka.
You know, it's difficult to see. If a man like Dereiss could put all the pieces together, it's difficult to see a future without championship gold. This man has that in his future. Trust me on that.
Kafka. The monkey move on Dereiss. Turns him all the way over, lands on his front as Dereiss, and Dereiss is in trouble. Kafka will go for the cover. He's got one, he's got two, and just two for now. Dereiss holds on.
Well, as we mentioned earlier on, the last time we saw Kafka here in Defiant, he went one-on-one with the prestigious one, Joe Hendry. Didn't get the victory, but there's no disgrace in that. Can he do it tonight? That's the million-dollar question.
The suplex by Kafka going for the cover, and kick out by Dereiss. A man like Dereiss has plenty of wrestling pedigree. He was trained by Defiant alumni Travis Banks, El Ligero, the Hunter brothers have had a part in his training as well, so he's learned from some of the best.
Kafka looking to take this crowd here in Leeds out of the match. That's a smart play if you ask me. You can't let these people get under your skin.
Kafka grabs both the legs of Dereiss. And Kafka, that elevated backbreaker. There we go. Neck breaker, he follows up. Kafka will go for another cover, another chance to win it. And Dereiss has to kick out again.
Now we're busy waxing lyrical about the future of a man like Dereiss, but a victory would do huge, huge things for Kafka, and he looks like he's all business here tonight on Loaded.
Kafka is on the ring apron. And Kafka, no one home, took too long thinking about it, and Dereiss had moved out of the way.
That could be the opening that Dereiss needs. People here in Leeds are starting to feel it.
Known as Mr. Cool, but Dereiss may be in danger of losing his cool here. You can hear those angry cries as he charges at Kafka. Loses his footing briefly, but up onto the top turnbuckle, lands on his feet, rolls backwards. Great agility from Dereiss. What a follow-up. Oh, wow.
And what was it the people were saying? Dereiss is on fire, and now Dereiss is going high.
He's been known in some quarters as the man who doesn't get hot. Quite a statement to say he's on fire. He's going that 4 fizzy. Trademark move, and Kafka knew it was coming, got out of the way. Kafka will charge into Dereiss. Dereiss, this time, moves out of Kafka's way, gets the kick around the side of the head.
And again, Dereiss to the top rope.
Dereiss missile kick from the top.
That could be all.
A man like Dereiss looking for his first ever win, and Kafka prevents it from happening.
Now, the longer Dereiss goes here in Defiant Wrestling, because yes, he has been super impressive, but the longer he goes without that first win, you have to feel it must eat him alive.
Crowd getting behind Dereiss as he picks Kafka up, back up to his feet. A half Nelson position here. Kafka trying to force Dereiss into the corner.
Oh!
Around the head to help himself get back up to his feet. Bought Kafka some time. Got him up high, drops him on his front. Now what from Kafka?
Here we go, this is unique.
Oh, interesting way to get into the backside position. It was nearly enough as well to pick up the win.
And you can see Kafka devastated that he only got the 2 count instead of the 3. Believed he had enough leverage to finish Dereiss. He might have this time. Oh, it's a submission, I think.
Look, yeah, Kafka trying to twist at the limbs of a man like Dereiss. You can see him stretching, trying to tear at those muscles. Dereiss is trying to crawl his way towards the bottom rope, and he's inches away from getting there, but he's got the full body weight of Kafka on top of him. He just about makes it. Referee will call for the break.
Yeah, you can see official Sean McLaughlin calling for the break and warning Kafka. If he doesn't break a little quicker, this could be over by disqualification.
Kafka believing that victory is in his sights here.
Well, why wouldn't he? Kafka's so impressive here. Look at that big uppercut.
Goes for a clothesline now. Dereiss too quick for him. This time it was more of a knee than a foot into the back of the head, and Dereiss is measuring Kafka now. Here comes man like Dereiss, drops him into the corner. And now Dereiss will climb up high.
Going to the well one more time. Will it pay dividends?
Dereiss with the 4 fizzy. The cover from man like Dereiss. Both legs hooked, and Dereiss picks up his first Defiant victory.
Here is your winner, and now entering the no regrets rumble, Mr. Cool, Man Like Dereiss.
Man like Dereiss has earned a spot in next month's No Regrets Rumble.
And that's huge for Dereiss, because Lord only knows he might have the youthful spirit and vigor to go all the way.
I'm Matteo, and I'm back at Defiant. I'm just about to go out to face Natalie Sykes. You know, I respect her. I respect every single one of my opponents. However, Lizzie Styles has shown no respect for anyone at all. Lizzie, you got something that I want, and you can bet your ass that I'm coming for that women's championship.
Here comes a Defiant debut in the ever-competitive Defiant Women's Division.
The following is a singles women's match in all one fall. It has a 20-minute time limit. Coming to the ring at this time, hailing from Leeds, England. This is Natalie Sykes.
Happy-go-lucky Natalie Sykes entering the women's division at a very interesting time. Obviously what happened on Wednesday was very interesting. We'll talk about that more next week, I'm sure. But Natalie Sykes with an opportunity to capitalise on what had been a long winning streak for her opponent, or at least a 3-match winning streak. But of course, Laura Di Matteo has now lost a match, and how will that affect her here tonight?
Well, I believe that as energetic as young Natalie Sykes is, Laura Di Matteo has a point to prove tonight.
And of course, that loss recently is not the only thing that Di Matteo has on her mind.
Her opponent, wrestling out of Rome, Italy, Laura Di Matteo.
Well, Laura Di Matteo, as we heard earlier, just a moment ago in fact, is still a little bit spooked, a little bit, I guess, disturbed by that incident, that run-in she had with Chris Brooks recently.
Well, also, you look at the way Lizzie Styles has been treating Laura Di Matteo recently as well. Chris Brooks pushing Di Matteo. Now, obviously, we heard from Di Matteo previously, and she said she wants to put that incident in her past, in the rearview mirror, and looking forward now for Di Matteo. It's all about racking up those victories again, getting back in the hunt for that Defiant Women's Championship.
All right, we're underway, and no disrespect to Natalie Sykes, but obviously this would be a good opportunity for Di Matteo to get back on track. More experience of the two women in the ring.
Well, if you look at Di Matteo's face right now, it's 100% pure concentration.
And she is a woman with a lot on her mind after that first loss, and it's a loss, as you say, that she blames at least in part on her mind being in the wrong place in that match against Lizzie Styles a couple of weeks back.
It can happen. It can happen. Listen, there's a lot going on. As you said, Dave, such a competitive women's division we have here.
There's a leapfrog from Di Matteo, followed by the dropkick. Sykes goes down hard. Di Matteo maybe looking to make short work here of Natalie Sykes.
I would say so. Set your watches for this one. I don't think it's going to last long because Di Matteo, as I say, is so focused.
Sykes with a sunset flip, trying to get those shoulders down for the 3 count. Di Matteo make sure they don't stay down for anything like 3. But Sykes is doing well here with the counter. Again, she's got Di Matteo into a pinning predicament briefly. Cross body again. 2 count.
Laura Di Matteo, I said she was full of concentration. She might be full of confusion. Natalie Sykes looking so impressive, but there we go. That's what brought Di Matteo to the dance. That's why she started racking up wins here in Defiant.
Cover from Di Matteo, and that is Di Matteo's first opportunity really to win the contest.
You can hear the appreciation that the Defiant Wrestling fans have for someone like Laura Di Matteo. They appreciate how respectful she is, how competitive she is. They want to see her do well.
Going for the Fisherman's Plex. There's a counter from Natalie Sykes. Another 2 count. It does just look a little bit like Di Matteo is slightly off her game here.
Well, perhaps, or maybe.
Once again, that time a crucifix pin. Fortunately for Di Matteo, her legs ended up in the ropes. Referee called for the break.
Maybe we were just selling Natalie Sykes a little short.
There's that Fisherman's suplex. Got it on the second time of asking. Oh, a lung blower. And Di Matteo try once more for the cover. Di Matteo looking a little bit frustrated here. Maybe she thought this would be a slightly easier night in the office than it has been so far against Sykes.
I think so. I think Di Matteo came into this match, with all due respect to Sykes, believing this was an exhibition, a showcase of her talents, not Natalie Sykes.
Did you see that just then? Di Matteo was looking around the arena.
She's distracted, Bradshaw.
Yeah, I wonder whether that run-in with Chris Brooks has impacted her more than she would care to admit here.
It's still in Di Matteo's head, no doubt about it.
trying to put it behind her, she said, but maybe she hasn't been successful at that.
Whoa. There's athleticism.
Kick from Sykes. Sykes! With a bit of the Hardy Boys influence there.
Are we going to get a shock? Not quite.
Matteo trying to pull herself back to her feet in the corner. Sykes will charge in. Nailed her with the forearm. Matteo rolling, or rather jumping out of the way, is a clothesline from Di Matteo.
There we go, Di Matteo. He's starting to feel it, Dave.
Say what you will about Di Matteo's state of mind, but certainly a win here, which would mean 4 wins out of her first 5 matches in Defiant, would still be a very impressive tally.
One hell of a record. And Di Matteo looking to do just that.
Kick off the top. Sykes in trouble. Di Matteo, both legs hooked. 2 and only 2 as the kick out comes.
Again, to your point, Dave, each and every time Natalie Sykes kicks out of one of these pinfall attempts, Laura Di Matteo wears this expression of surprise on her face.
She's still looking around a little bit here, is Di Matteo.
What's this now?
Bulldog! The springboard Bulldog.
Wait a minute.
From Sykes. Sykes gets her! Oh my God! Sykes!
Here is your winner, Natalie Sykes!
What a debut that is, Bradshaw.
Well, that will make headlines around the women's wrestling world, but congratulations to Natalie Sykes, but what did that do for the mindset of Laura Di Matteo? Now 3-2 in her Defiant career. What looked like a flawless beginning is starting to crumble. Di Matteo obviously distracted for part of the match, but let's not take anything away from young Natalie Sykes, victorious here on Loaded.
Where is ELP going now?
The ever unpredictable man from British Columbia. Second turnbuckle, top turnbuckle. Phantasmo will balance off the top of the moonsault. Look at the hang time for El Phantasmo. German suplex. And now the powerbomb covered by Pac. No, he didn't get him. Now he's going for the Rings of Saturn. Rings of Saturn. And that is how Pac defeated Robbie X, if you remember.
But look at where that leg of El Phantasmo is. If he could just find a way, you can see him flailing it around, trying to find those ropes.
I'm not sure if he knows exactly where he is, because if he just, yeah, there we go. Finally lowered the boot, and that was enough, but
ring awareness second to none. What does Pac have in mind here?
God. He's not going to. We saw him do that reverse Rana on the mat. We're not going to see it here, are we? Lands on his feet. He landed on his feet, for goodness sake!
Is there any stopping El Phantasmo? You tell me!
The spinning torture rack into the neck breaker! Phantasmo, maybe seconds away! El Phantasmo! Off the top, the senton! And the top rope moonsault! The cover, ELP! He's got a leg and then Pac kicks out!
And look!
El Phantasmo in trouble. Did he get him? Yes, he does! Almost a brain buster, in fact, from the top. Landing right on the back of his neck was El Phantasmo.
And now we're going to see that masterpiece, Dave. We're finally going to see it.
Pac from the top, gonna take to the skies here in Leeds. With the red arrow, nailed it. The cover, Pac, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, the Open Dream Game champion. He's a bastard.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is your resident bastard, and I've got a bone to pick with Defiant Wrestling. You see, I've been here involved with this promotion for a little while now, and I have defeated 3 of the very best you have had to offer. David Starr, Robbie X, and El Phantasmo. I didn't just defeat those men, I absolutely obliterated them. And I'll be honest, Defiant, I'm starting to run out of patience with you. I came here for competition, and it is simply not good enough. So when I return to Defiant Wrestling in Newcastle, I'm taking the belt, whether you like it or not.
Let's go! Yeah! You can't stop us! You can't stop us now! Yeah! You can't stop us! You can't stop! Let's go! Why?
A welcome surprise, Simon Miller on his way to the ring. We're just 2 weeks removed from Miller being one of the victims of that beatdown here on Loaded at the hands of Gabriel Kidd, John Bad Bones Klinger and the Anti-Fun Police. But Miller apparently having some fun tonight.
Yeah, having fun at my expense, as per usual. Now you can't deny the physical attributes of one Simon Miller, but mentally, after that beatdown that he suffered, yes, he might have healed somewhat, but I don't believe he's healed 100% because that had to take it all out of him. Can you believe this?
It's a great question, isn't it? All right, here's something you may have picked up on over the last few weeks. A lot of people want to kick my ass. Why? Gabriel Kidd, he wanted to kick my ass. John Klinger, he wanted to kick my ass. The Anti-Fun Police, they wanted to kick my ass. I'm going to tell you why. The simple truth is that ever since I decided to try and become a professional wrestler, a lot of people that deemed themselves already wrestlers didn't like the fact that the YouTuber wanted to step into this ring. So here's the thing, you don't know what happened. It was 8 months ago. 8 months ago when I injured my shoulder right here. And it was a bad time. It was a bad time for me. I only debuted in April. A few months later, I find myself on the shelf. That's why I got 2 things I need to tell you this evening. The first goes out to General Amin. I love you, General Amin. You've been nothing but a good friend to me. But right here, right now, I have to resign as the Assistant General Manager of Defiant Wrestling.
Yes!
What?
Finally!
Why? Here's why. Because as of right now, this second, I am putting myself back in this ring. I am cleared, I am healed. A couple of weeks on Defiant, a bunch of people tried to take me out. They tried to kick my ass again, but they couldn't do it. I've got on the all clear. The doctor says I'm good to go. So in a couple of weeks, right here on Loaded, I am gonna have my first match back. So you listen to me, Gabriel Kidd. You listen to me, John Klinger. You listen to me, Anti-Fun Police. And you listen to me, Drake. I don't remember what you did. None of you are ever gonna keep me
Wait a minute
down.
now. Speak of the devil and he shall appear, Dave Bradshaw.
Drake's heard enough, apparently. Drake coming in through the crowd there, not even meant to be here, and Drake apparently looking to ensure that comeback in ring for Simon Miller never happens.
Well, you heard Simon Miller saying physically he's healed again. What did I say mentally? Oh! Miller, no way!
The running power slam! Drake taken out, and the attempt to stop Miller's return has failed for Drake.
And listen to these people. This place just came unglued. Oh, Drake in behind him. Look what he has in his hands.
He's got a wrench, Drake with a wrench.
Oh! Well, that's what you get for playing with fire, if you ask me. Simon Miller wants to wrestle here with the big boys in Defiant Wrestling. Well, Drake's going to teach him a
Look at
lesson.
that bad shoulder. He's got that bad shoulder. Drake is trying to pull that shit. For goodness sake.
100%, eh? I don't think so.
Drake with a smirk on his face. He has been saying throughout Simon Miller's young career that he's stretching him again. We need some help out here.
Well, Drake put Simon Miller on the shelf for 8 months.
Here comes General Mean, Adam Foster. I guess Miller's former boss now. Miller has resigned as assistant to the general manager.
How brave of them. Look, they want to go 3-on-1 with Drake. What, Simon Miller can't fight his own battles?
I think Drake enjoyed a numbers advantage in that beatdown 2 weeks ago, didn't he?
Don't let facts get in the way of a good story, Dave.
Miller is livid here, as well he might be. Simon Miller, with the help of Amin and Adam Foster, seeing off Drake as Miller announces his return to the ring.
Why?
Men who are sexually frivolous, morally ambiguous. Easy for me to say.
The following contest is for one fall. It has a 20-minute tournament. This is a tag team attraction. Coming to the ring at this time. This is the scene of Jack Sexman, the Queen of Queens Visage, and collectively known as the Talk Shop.
Everyone is welcome at the Tuck Shop, except perhaps for Connor Renshaw.
Well, they just came dancing towards us, did the Tuck Shop, and I can tell you, Dave Bradshaw, and this is the levels I'm prepared to go as a broadcast journalist. There was nothing tucked there. Trust me on that.
I don't think I asked you that question, did I?
Now I'm telling you, you bring up Connor Renshaw. Well, we're about to see Connor Renshaw team with Benji, of all people. And let me tell you what this tag team unit is called. They are called Ren Ben.
According to some.
Ren Ben. It's got a ring to it.
Benji has great music too.
Their opponents. This is the team of Connor Renshaw and the 2019 Magnificent 7 winner, Benji. They're collectively known as Ren Ben.
I'm not sure those t-shirts are of the highest quality.
What are you trying to suggest? I'm sure Connor Renshaw spared no expense to get that merchandise made so that Benji can cash in some more on his fleeting popularity.
So Ren Ben, Ben Shaw, whatever you're going to call them, they are Defiant's newest tag team. Not by much, by the way, because Tuck have only recently formed as well. Benji obviously the winner and holder of this year's Magnificent 7 briefcase, and there is more than a suspicion that Connor Renshaw's new pally attitude towards Benji may have an ulterior motive.
What is it with you and conspiracies? Honestly, man, all Connor Renshaw wants to do is form the most formidable tag team that Defiant Wrestling could ever dream of, and that is exactly what he is trying to do. Drag Benji, yes, he is the Magnificent 7 briefcase holder, but he needs to come up a notch. That's all Connor Renshaw wants, and that is why we have this new project, Ren Ben.
Well, Benji, by virtue of holding that briefcase, can have a shot at a championship of his choosing at a time and place of his choosing. Obviously, if he were to choose the tag team titles, then he would need a partner, and I think that may be Renshaw's plan here?
And Renshaw with a pat on the back for Benji, a little show of encouragement as Benji goes one-on-one here against Jack Sexsmith to start off this tag team match.
About as close to an inspirational pep talk as Renshaw gets.
Now, I know a thing or two about inspirational pep talks, and
Do
I
you?
can tell. What do you mean, not only was I commentator of the year, Dave Bradshaw, but several times over the past decade, I have been manager of the year as well, and I can see that Connor Renshaw has leadership qualities.
Also not true, but so none of that was correct. Anyway, Benji lands behind Sexsmith, and Benji gets the drop kick. Sexsmith swats him away. Benji with a crucifix pin, shoulders of Sexsmith go down, and Benji is still on a high, obviously, from his win last month in that Magnificent 7 match, and is clearly in the form of his career. Just as I say that, problems strike.
And this is what Connor Renshaw will have to work on with Benji, because if you can't even do a kip, what hope have you got being a tag team champion?
Well, he did one, so you can be quiet.
Oh, I was knocking off hundreds of them earlier on in the gym, sculpting this fine body sitting next to you here unloaded.
I'm sure you were. Anyway,
Jack
Visage,
Sexsmith saying he didn't even know he could do that.
Visage and Benji, sorry, Sexsmith and Benji both doing it. There's Visage in there now against Renshaw. Oh! Visage using that wig to great effect. Spinning kick right into the face.
That's not fair. That's not fair. That's a foreign object. That shouldn't be in the ring.
Foreign object.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Is this 1985? Well, I'm thinking it might be 1975 because we've got the Rocky Horror Picture Show here unloaded.
Benji's getting an extreme close-up, courtesy of Tuck Shot. Renshaw this has got me all out of sorts, this Renben thing. Goodness me.
Need I remind you that I don't think Visage did indeed tuck here this evening, so Lord only knows.
Can you stop with that?
Point taken.
Sexsmith.
That's what Renshaw will be saying.
And now Visage, there's the elbow on Renshaw. Visage with the cover. Got the right leg hook, kick out by Renshaw, who is, I guess, the creative mastermind behind Renben.
And you know, the thing about Visage is it's deceptive power all the way. Oh! But look at the tricks that Connor Renshaw has up his sleeves. Well, he's not wearing any sleeves, but roll with me.
Visage caught in the corner by Renshaw, and whatever else you say about him, he's certainly a powerhouse, this young man.
Well, it's power versus power right now. And the leader of Renben, he looks like he's winning out.
Don't forget, it's not that long ago that Renshaw tried to take the Magnificent 7 briefcase from Benji in a one-on-one match on Loaded. So, unless he has had a miraculous change of heart, then once again, I do think you have to question his motives somewhat.
Conspiracy theories a go-go. Is that all you've got to offer?
Cover from Benji. Visage gets out of it. Sexsmith was ready to make the save if necessary.
And now this is not where Visage wants to be. And look at this well-oiled machine that Renben have become so quickly.
That's one word for it.
Oh, and off the ring apron goes Jack Sexsmith.
Sexsmith sent to the outside, and Renshaw is getting unloaded on here by Visage, or at least he was until the clothesline. Cover by Renshaw, kick out by Visage.
And that's right, Benji. You just stand on that ring apron applauding as your tag team partner, the leader of Renben, goes to town on Visage.
Leader? No one said anything about that.
What would you call him? Look at this, Connor Renshaw leading the way for Benji.
It's Benji who's got in most of the effective offense. I would say there's a double axe handle. Benji more than holding his own in this team.
What is it they call a dog? Man's best friend. Well, if Benji can help Connor Renshaw win those tag titles or get a leg up here in Defiant, then he certainly will be his best friend.
Yeah, he's hit the nail on the head. That is what it is all about for Renshaw.
Well, not necessarily. Yes, Renshaw would love to be a champion, but also he clearly sees the potential in Benji. He wants to be pals.
Yeah, you backtrack as much as you like, but you know you just let the cat out of the bag.
Cats, dogs, it's all happening here on Loaded.
Benji leaping in the air, going for the elbow. Visage moving out of the way, but Visage, who you can see is focused on Sexsmith here, needs to get back to their corner as quickly as possible.
And if you look out into the sea of humanity, and I use that phrase
Wait, now hang on,
loosely.
Renshaw's distracting the referee. Well, Renshaw's passing that briefcase to Benji. Benji's not winning. Benji's not the type to cheat.
Do it! Do it! Cheating is the only way! Oh, come on.
Renshaw's not happy that Benji didn't take the opportunity, and in fact it may have cost them, because Visage, with that kick, as Renben were arguing, Visage is going to make the tag to Sexsmith.
Renshaw still furious with Benji, and rightfully so.
Sexsmith tucks the clothesline, chops to the chest of Renshaw. Renben, who were in full control here, we've seen the tables turned after that argument between Renshaw and Benji.
It was Benji's fault.
Sliced bread from Sexsmith.
And now Visage tags back in. This is trouble for Connor Renshaw.
Sexsmith kicks to the midsection with a knee into the face. Great double teamwork from Tuckshot. Renshaw may be out cold. Cover from Visage to win the match, and Benji saves it.
Did you see what I just saw? Connor Renshaw had the wherewithal to call Benji back into the ring to save Renben's bacon.
Yes, I mean, that is not what happened. But you live in whatever fantasy world you want.
Well, it's a good world to live in.
Well, hang on a second now. Benji and Visage sent to the outside. Sexsmith's on the top. Renshaw charges in. Sexsmith leaping over the top of him. Low blow from Renshaw. Ref didn't see it. The cover from Renshaw. Come on. Oh, come on.
Here are your winners, the team of Benji and Connor Renshaw, Renben!
Well, Renben pick up a debut victory on what has been a night of debut victories, but yeah, Benji's, I think, realising now exactly how that went down, and Benji, a man who does have some moral character, is clearly not very happy about the tactics his tag team partner has used to pick up the win here.
What's Benji worried about? He won, didn't he? That's all that matters.
Yeah, who cares if you sacrifice all of your ethics, all of your principles, as long as you win.
Now you're catching on.
Benji not happy, but Renben victorious. And now wait a second, there is more disagreement going on.
What's Visage upset about?
What do you think? What do you think they're upset about?
Connor Renshaw won fair and square. Yes, it was a kick to that upper thigh right underneath, but he won fair and square.
Well, Renben pick up the win, a big win in their first match as a team here on Loaded.